So today we had a wonderful weather day for a ride. I rode the MT-09 up to farm country where the roads were really not crowded. It was a beautiful day, except for one little thing. I had my jacket open a little bit to get some cool air in and sucked up a bee who ultimately wound up in my back. I had to take my jacket, I had to take my shirt off, and it was really a scene on the side of the road. A couple of people stopped. I think they were laughing at me. But the bee ultimately got his revenge, and I think he sleeps with the fishes now. Well, the fall riding season is almost here, and what could be better? What could be better than to have a garage full of old rusty motorcycles that constantly need work and maintenance and tires and and two-stroke oil? What could be more fun? What could be better? What be more fun? Be honest. Be honest. Playing golf? Maybe. Tennis? Maybe. Being in a mafia? For sure. But this is what I like. This is what my passion is. Having this collection of old motorcycles, keeping them running, and the biggest thing of all, riding the wheels off them. Now we're coming up on the end of the farming season. Karen's farm has produced this whole season bucket after bucket of tomatoes and zucchini and eggplants. I thought I was going to turn into a vegetable before the summer's out. But it kept me healthy. Actually, maybe even it kept me active. I don't know. I know these bikes keep me active. But here's the best thing of all. It's supposed to be another great day. We're coming up on fall. And I just can't wait. I just can't wait for those leaves to turn yellow and get a little cooler out, get rid of this summer riding gear. It's going to be great. Now, I'm not sure if you can see this on the video, but I was riding behind a dump truck just the other day. And I've got a bunch of little, looks like sanding, I can't really show it, little sanding scratches in this. I tried to polish them out. They didn't really polish out. So what I did, I just had to bite the bullet and order a new face shield, because this, what happens, my vision is not real good and I need glasses, and then the sun hits these little spots. And I was just thinking, what's the worst thing that is when you're riding into the sun and for a split second you can't really see things? So I figured I'd invest in a new face shield. It's coming. I'll have it in 2 or 3 days. We're waiting for our new EBC discs. They should be here this week. Among other projects, we're lining up for the building season, renovation season, coming soon. And we got an ignition upgrade for this bike that Luciano suggested and I took to heart. We have a new set of coils coming. Brand new coils. That'll be a nice ignition upgrade for this bike. Best time of the day. Always get the bike out, get it ready, get it clean, check the air, check the oil. Make sure there isn't any schmutz on it anywhere. It's an important part of my riding routine. Now, because I have a coat of that Colonite wax, and thank you again, Joe Padula, for that idea. That wax and the Meguiar's detailing, I can clean up the whole bike. It's especially good on the wheels. The wheels just wipe right off, just like like magic. Beautiful, beautiful product. That really worked out well. I know Dallas is thinking it's great too. He's got his bike all waxed up with the Colonite. Good product. By the way, that wax review is on, a whole review is on a previous video. We're getting ready. The farm is needing a little attention and we'll be out the door. Okay, boys, who wants to go motorcycle riding this morning? Oh, too bad there's only room for one of you on the back seat. And we're still getting produce from the farm every day, virtually every day. We did a little experiment. This is a second planting this year. We planted them in August just to see if we could get any more cucumbers. Now, for anybody who's never seen a kohlrabi, these are my kohlrabis growing here. They're Eastern European vegetable and they are delicious. We got 1, 2, 3 plants this year. So that means we'll have plenty of kohlrabis. And we still got plenty of tomatoes. They're turning red at various rates, so we basically get some every morning. Oh, the birds are as hungry as could be today. Hey guys, I'm hungry too. Final cup of coffee, final check of the weather, and it is a blue skies day. It is supposed to be just a spectacular day to ride an MT-09. and jets are flying over. Oh boy, the bike really sparkles with the early morning sun here too. Too bad there's no bike shows today. Well, we wouldn't win anyway. The only downside is the roads are a little wet in the morning. We did have some rain go through last night, and I always try to just evaluate this when I decide what ride mode I'm going to be in. If I put it in rain mode, you never have to worry about the tire slipping. So while I'm out riding, what are you doing here, baby? I see I see tomatoes.
I have so many tomatoes.
Oh.
I'm making pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo. Richard Oliver would like that.
I'm sure he would.
That's what he loves. Okay. Our friend Richard Oliver just got a Harley. Anybody knows Richard Oliver? You love pico de gallo. We have tomatoes. There's just no end to the tomatoes.
Look on the windows, though. There's more.
Yeah, there's a lot of tomatoes, baby, but there's one big tomato in the driveway. So when I get home, you're going to have this all done?
Of course.
All right. And a big cup of coffee for your husband you love dearly?
I'll think about it.
It is time to ride. I always think Yamaha got this motor right. They got the torque down at the bottom where it's really fun to ride. Now, early on in this ride, I really had to accept the fact that there's going to be a lot of wet spots on the road. In fact, everywhere it's shady, it was wet. And so using the rain mode of the motorcycle, and just backing down a little bit, made for a nice, safe ride. Well, there's still some summer flowers around. Pretty soon, though, the flowers will be gone and the orange leaves will be here. Now, a combination of the traction control, which is really good, and I have on the most invasive setting, when it's wet like this, and using B mode, which is rain mode on this bike, it really doesn't matter how low the traction is, it really saves your bacon. I just love to look at some of these old houses that have been restored, and a lot of them are just on beautifully manicured property, and they're everywhere. I don't see a cloud in the sky today. It's a beautiful day. One of the best investments I ever made was that Valentine radar detector. That has literally saved my bacon over and over and over. And it's actually saved the bacon of people riding behind me that normally would have been in trouble too. A wonderful investment, the best radar detector there is, the Valentine. Now, a lot of people say the styling of the MT-09 is a little corny. Well, I don't know about that. Maybe it's pretty corny altogether. Hey, that corn looks like it's growing pretty well here. We had no luck years ago growing corn in our farm. One of the things that makes this bike so much fun to ride, and you really can't explain it to people, is Yamaha has the torque down low that MT is supposed to stand for, maximum torque. And you don't have to rev it like an R6 to get the fun going. And if you're in the wrong gear, it really doesn't matter. They really got it right. Now, pretty soon we're going to have 9,000 miles on this bike, and One of the things that's working out pretty well is the rear Michelin tire, the Michelin 5. So far it's wearing a lot better than I thought it would. I'm really surprised. Now, to be honest, this is the only bike I have in my collection that has traction control, and when I'm riding the other bikes, every once in a while I forget I don't have traction control. And this bike, the traction control works to perfection. Well, I always love riding through farming country. I guess these geese like it too. You don't see many geese in our area anymore, but boy, there's plenty of them up here. I guess there's plenty of stuff for them to eat. Farming country, so much fun to ride through. And one of the things that makes this bike so much fun to ride, and I really wish I had it on all the bikes, was the quick shifter. That quick shifter just works just perfectly, and it really allows you to enjoy the bike constantly. So one of the things I have come to appreciate, the Michelin 5s, it looks like they're wearing just better than I thought really better than I thought they would. See, the roads today, most of the roads, they're wet, they're dry. There's wet spots, there's dry spots. So it's very unpredictable traction. Well, there's two things nice. The Michelin 5s seem to handle the wet conditions pretty well. And also the MT-09 has what I call rain mode. And it allows you just to have that real soft throttle. So if you see the traction is limited like it is today, we're in very limited traction at least, you can just toggle into that rain mode. It saves all that wear and tear on the traction control. Now, another thing the rain mode does that's really wonderful, if you get stuck in traffic, a lot of times on the ride up to the riding area and back, there's traffic in some of the areas, stop and go traffic, and you put it in what amounts to be B, the rain mode, throttle's real soft, it makes creeping in traffic nice and convenient. I always like to stop and look at people's ponds. This looks like a really nice pond. There's some nice chairs over there to hang out. Have a cup of coffee late at night or in the morning. Nice pond. Well, we're very lucky today again. Very low traffic. That's just amazing. An amazing, nice place to ride if you don't like stopping at traffic lights and whatnot. Now, I made some of the carbon fiber parts for this bike from scratch. I bought some through Vlad, and I probably will be getting a few more over the winter just to add to the look of the carbon fiber look that I like so much when we're on the bike. I just never get sick of this area. It is just beautiful hills, farm country. Just no matter which way you go, is twisty roads. Just a beautiful place in the country to ride. I'm so blessed to have this area to ride in.
You all right?
Yeah, just taking pictures. Thanks for stopping. Pretty nice. The guy in the BMW just stopped to see if I was okay. I always feel good that other motorcyclists, if they think you're broken down, they stop, and of course I always try to also. I always have my rescue kit for flat tires and batteries and who knows what else. Anyway, it is a nice camaraderie in the world of motorcycles. And there's always some pretty cool barns. Some, if you like barnyard animals, but I like the old barns. Turbo Steve's like covers bridges. I like the barns. Now I'm always happy when somebody, usually taking pictures at some point in the day, and somebody stops. They think you're out of gas or you're broken down. They want to help you. I always think that's a wonderful part of motorcycling and a wonderful camaraderie that we all share on the open road. And one little free bonus of riding the MT-09 that I always like is usually at some point in the day, toward the end of the day, I'll pull in and fill it up with gas, and then I hit that little dial indicator that tells you the mileage, and it's always over 50 miles a gallon. And plenty of elevation changes everywhere you go. The road is almost never flat. Just a great place to ride. And I just never get sick of riding this area. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. It's entertaining whether roads are wet or dry. Or whatever bike you're riding, it doesn't even matter. Now, a super important thing for me with this bike, one of the reasons, again, that I'm so drawn to it, it fits my body size and shape, and it is comfortable. I have the suspension settings relatively soft on a day like today. Very comfortable. Now, whenever I ride these back roads, I tend to think back to the days when all my friends had RDs, and all we'd be doing is tearing up the back roads. It really was a lot of fun. One of our plans for the upcoming winter season, we're going to be making a custom set of wheels for this bike. Maybe a few more carbon fiber parts, maybe some other stuff that we haven't even decided on yet. But really looking forward to it. And the best thing about all of this riding, you have solitude, it's quiet, you can hear the birds chirp. You stop to take some pictures and people stop with their other bikes and to see if you're okay. It's a great, the world of motorcycling, I say it again, is a great camaraderie. And the wheels and all the other mods we're going to do to the MT-09 over the winter, they'll all be on my channel. You type in my name, Wendy Ertnowski, in quotation marks, and the subject MT-09, and they'll all come up. Very easy. This is really not that funny, and I can't even make this up. A bee flew into my jacket. I had it open a little bit at the top, and I could hear him buzzing, and he went down into the jacket. I had to take the jacket off, take my shirt off, pretty much stripped naked here, just to get rid of him. I'm sure I got at least one bite on my back, too. I can't make that stuff up. Now, I always have to be very aware of bees because Karen is totally allergic to bees. She got a bee bite one time at an airport, and we had to rush her to the hospital. She passed out. I'm always aware that You're out on the road alone, it could ruin your whole day. And it's not funny. The last time I spoke to Luciano, we were laughing about it. He had a bee fly into his helmet with the face shield open a little bit. He had to take the helmet off and close your eyes and don't take a deep breath. It's really not that funny. So what is wonderful about this is all you need is a screwdriver and you can adjust the suspension, the dampening, right on the road. If it's real bumpy, you can just soften it up a bit. If you're going to go fast, you can make it harder right up with a screwdriver. And after a wonderful ride today, the ride was just as good as it gets. Maybe not so much for the bee. I guess that's the worst, is a couple of people passing had a few laughs, me jumping around with a bee in my jacket. Anyway, it's time to head home to the farm and Karen and see how her cooking is coming out. And she's making some delicious salsa for us today. Time to go. Hey, baby.
Hello.
I got stung by a bee. I had a bee fly in my jacket. Oh my God, he bit me. He thought I was a sandwich or something. Well, I'll tell you, it was scary. All right, I'm riding for coffee, baby. The bee didn't win that battle. That bee is sleeping with the fishes, but he really did bite me. Son of a gun. Can't make it up. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. We'll go see what Karen has made. I don't know. She always has a surprise for me. So while I was away, the lovely bride made. She got new fresh cut flowers, of course. Let me have a chip. This is the taste test you have to have. Ah! Broken chips. Oh yeah. Oh my God. That's the MT-09 of salsa. Wow. That's good, baby. So if you're new to our channel, we do try to post up something motorcycle related every day. We do try to share all our adventures, the old bikes, the new bikes. We have one bike from every 10-year period for the last 60 years. And it's an adventure. Every one of them is different. All our rides are just a little bit different. The people we hang around with are a lot of fun. And we try to ride all year long. I don't know what else you can do. We work on bikes, make carbon fiber parts, try to do the maintenance. But most of all, share useful information that might be useful if you are a backyard mechanic or new to motorcycling and would like to do some of the maintenance yourself just to save some money or whatever, or just want to be entertained. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow.